Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Back, 315! Back to 48 right now, let's go! Go!
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson. Check down to Breida. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Know your job. 48, 40. I got you. 48.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Alert. 51, Mike, 51. Run left. You better be afraid.
They run for it with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Watch the edge. Fair. Under 10.
On first down, here's Breida. There he goes again. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line, 90. 51. You can't block me.
They run with Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Watch the twist. Go. All set. Hey, alert. 51's a mark.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
We go tonight. 180. 6-man. Check curls.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
15, check right, 15. I got it. Mike's 50,
Goff on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
20. Right there, 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 25, check 25, check 25.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Gun. Watch the ship.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
48, 12. Get the ball. 48 Mike.
Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
14, got it. Here we go.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Good job right there.
Now it's Breida. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Check.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
4 down. Mike 5-4. Check pass.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's get this.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Four down. Check.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Mike Daniels breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check. 48's the mic. Get in the weight room.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Fine, Madden. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. No. Off. Go. 40. 48, come on. Delta. You better bring it.
This time, Wilson will throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Go now. Easy.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
36 power.
Check 31. Mike, 48.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
280.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Turn it.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Go down.
Here's Breida. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch.
This is Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
14.
I'm on.
Hey, alert 3.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels, his 2nd sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Look left. Heavy. 48 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
From the shotgun, Wilson. Goodwin able to haul it in. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They run again with Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, Brandon. You turn over. Get that ball.
Alert. Check 4.
Now a give running left is Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 37. Check 37.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Set. Ready. Let the flag. 951.
Here I come.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
First down, Lions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
You must be dreaming.
Gun. 51's the mic. Watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
0-0.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
He was brought down by Trey Flowers. A 1-yard pickup brings up
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Set, go 14. Go. Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Hey, 0-0.
Look, 48. Look, hey, gonna make the 48 right there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They felt